Start recording. Puzzle Rush, solving chess puzzles, day 30. Okay, let's first check the reader board. Okay. Daily, the highest person has solved 87 freaking puzzles. What? The 50th person has solved 50. And hourly, let's check hourly. Hourly, the highest person has solved 76. And the 50th person has only solved 40 puzzles. Okay. This is checkmating 2, 1, 2. Checkmating 1. Checkmating 1. Checkmating 2. Checkmating 3. 1, 2, 3. Checkmating 2. 1, 2. Checkmating 1. Checkmating 1. Checkmating 1. Okay. So this is the check. I should retreat there so that I can stop the king from coming there. The rook that is the simply queen. Checkmating. Is it 2? I think so. 1, 2. Let me give this check. The king moves there. How do we continue? Check. The king moves there. How do we continue? Then I push. Can I give a check being new? So I think I simply push. Okay. This is a checkmating 2, 1, 2. This is a checkmating 3. 1, 2, 3. Check. King plays there. Check. King plays there. Check. So it's like checkmating 4. 1. Ugh. That's all I needed to figure out. Check, mate. This is checkmating 1. Okay, check. The king can go there, the king can go there, the king can go there. The king's faster. So this is checkmating 2. No. Can't give a check there, the bishop is controlling that square. But I can simply capture the rook, and after the knight takes, then my queen comes to f8, and that's mate. So check, and there, mate. Okay, how about I simply take with a check? The king has to move, and then I take the bishop of now and threatening checkmate, and they have to sacrifice the queen to stop it. Okay, so let's do this check. Do I have a better move? I don't think so. So I simply take the queen. Okay. Okay, in this position I have a discovered attack. So the knight moves there with the check. The king takes, the pawn takes, and I take the queen with the check. And how do we continue after that? The king has to move there. And I think I can also give a check there, but first let's play the first move, knight g3, check. Rook takes, check. Okay. Another check there. King moves forward. Another check there. The king moves there. Another check there. That's mate. So check, mate. Okay. In this position, I can simply capture the undefended the rook. It's not, it's defended because the knight can take back. And how do we continue? What's the material count? Both sides have 2 rooks, both sides have a queen, and both sides have a minor piece. I have 2 minor pieces, sorry. 2 bishop versus 2 knights. Okay. Maybe I think I have a chance to win more than a knight exchange, because after I take and the knight takes, I can simply capture the other knight. Okay, I think that's it. So I check and I take the other knight. Yes. That's how I win material. Okay. In this position, I think I can simply capture the rook. The bishop takes back. I take the rook. That's a check. And what can they do about it? They can't block. I think that's my. So this is checkmate in 2. Or check. That's it. Endgame. White is just 1 move away from promoting. And the problem is that if my king remains on h3, they will promote with a check. But the good thing is that I can move the king and I just allow them to queen, and after they queen, I push my pawn. That's a check, and that's not a check, that's mate, and there's nothing they can do to stop it. So yeah. Okay. What's the material count in this position? Both sides have 2 rooks, both sides have a queen, and both sides have 3 minor pieces. Black has 4 pawns while white has 4 pawns also. Okay. What happens if I capture the queen? If I capture the queen, and now the rook takes, this knight is no longer defended, so that means that I can simply grab it. And if the bishop takes my bishop, I can simply take with the knight. I think that's it. So let's see. Take, and I win a piece. Okay, I think this is checkmate in how many moves? That is 1, 2, 3. I think this is checkmate in 3. I give a check there, the king moves. I give another check there, the king moves, and the queen. The checkmate will be on this is what, on c2. So let's do this. So check, mate. Okay. I think I'm going to give a check there. If the king moves there, I play there with another check. Uh-huh. The king has to move d. How do we continue? Mm-hmm. Actually, after this check, if the king moves there, I can simply play there, and I'll be attacking the rook and the queen. And if they decide to push, I simply take. If they take, I take the rook. So check, take the rook. Okay. Mm-hmm. White to move. This I think is relatively simple. This is checkmate in one. No, this is not checkmate because the king can simply move there. Okay, but I think that's the right first move. So check. The king moves to g5. The knight comes in either there or there with another check. Where will the king go? I think I should give a check here so that I can control that square. So okay, the first move is check. The king moves there. I give another check there. Okay, the king has only one move, and after that now I give another check there, and that's it. So let's do this check, mate. Here is what I usually refer to as the illusion of defense. This pawn is not defended because this pawn is pinned, so I can simply grab it, and that's checkmate in one. Okay. White to move, and black is up a full rook. Okay. So what happens if I give a check here? Check. After that check, the king can either move there, or there. Okay. So check. Okay, let's assume the king either moves there or there. We continue. Actually, after this check, the king can play there, because if I play there, give another check there, and that's checkmate, because from here the king cannot escape. There's no escape square. So after this check, after this check, the king cannot play there. How about here? How about d8? I can give another check there, and I force the king again to that square, and that will lead to mate. Okay, so basically the king cannot move to any of the squares on the 8th rank. And after this check, so okay, how about what if the king plays there? If the king plays there, I think my queen can come there with another check. Okay, how about if the king goes there? I can grab this pawn with another check. I think that's not a check, that's checkmate. Okay, and what if after this check, what if they immediately go there? I think that's it. End of the day, I'll have to capture this pawn. So check. Black to move. End game. Okay. What happens if I give this check? The king has to move there so that it can keep defending the rook, and then I give another check there. Where will the king go? Again, the king cannot capture my pawn, so the king is forced to move. So it moves there to keep defending. What if I give another check here? The rook can't block if I simply takes. I think that's it. So check. Okay, this is checkmate in one. Boom. And that's it. this position is relatively even. Okay, because white is only up one pawn and it's a double pawn. So okay, let's check, give a check there. Now the king can simply move there. And how do we continue? Do I have time to retreat? Come like that plan will take too long. What can I do to stop it? Okay, so check. King moves too. And how about I simply I double up my pieces on the 8th rank. My queen goes there, and now I'm threatening to checkmate there. What can they do? Pushing this pawn does not help. Pushing this pawn does not help either, because I'll simply okay, I think that's it. So check. Then I move there. Now yeah, I have to sacrifice. Okay, my knight is under attack, but I don't have to move it, since I can simply capture this pawn with check. Now the king is forced to move to the corner. Okay, now the only issue is how do we continue the attack? How do we continue? What if I sacrifice? Yeah, with the check. King takes. Now the rook comes in with the check. King moves. And white is already up a piece. They are up a knight, and they are also up a pawn, because I only have 3 pawns while white has 4 pawns. Okay. And what if I simply capture with the knight? And but there the knight cannot move. If the knight moves, the rook simply comes in. Check, and that's made because my king cannot move there, and I can capture them. So the knight cannot move. It's pinned to a square, to the square e8. Okay. Check. The king moves two, so check. The king moves here. How do we continue? But then I think I can take a moment to bring in the other rook. And if they take, I simply take, and that will be me. So take. I don't have an immediate check, and I don't have to sacrifice material, because now I can simply play there. And there's nothing they can do to stop it. If they push, I simply capture, and that's mate. If they take the knight, I simply capture the pawn, and that's mate. So let's do this. That's it. black to move. Okay, again in this position, black is down a ton of material. They are down a rook, a bishop, and a knight. And also white is threatening checkmate in one. Not checkmate really, but if they give this check, I'll have to sacrifice the queen. And okay. So that means that I have to play fast moves. So what happens if I give this check? Check. The king has only one legal move. I play there. Okay, so check. The king has only one legal move, so they play there. After they play there, how about I give another check? Check. Now this time with the rook. The king again has one legal move, so they play there. And I give another check here. Now with the queen, the king moves to the corner, and this will be made. So I think that's it. So check, 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 mate. What happens if I simply grab the knight? The queen takes back, I take, the rook takes, and that will be only its engine material. No one is. And what if I play the bishop here? Let me first check the material count. Both sides have two rooks, both sides have a queen, but white is up a knight, so they are up a minor piece. Okay, and black has how many pawns? Black has 6 pawns, while white has 5 pawns. Okay. So let me calculate these variations. I'll play them. So option 1, let's say they don't move. They play another, let's say a silly move like that. So from there now I can simply capture. The rook captures, I capture the other rook. The queen has to take, and I take, and I will have won a knight because I'll have taken the queen for a bishop. And after this move, what else can they do? They can simply capture my rook. And after they capture my rook, now I capture the queen. They don't have time to capture the other rook, because if they capture the other rook, my queen comes in, and that's checkmate. So after I capture the queen, the bishop is forced, the rook is forced to take. Yes, I think that's it. And now I simply the pawn can't capture, but the good thing is that I have another rook that can capture. Yes, that was it. What happens if I simply capture the bishop? If the knight takes back, now we are even, but now I can take the bishop, and they take, and I take. So at the end of the line, I will have lost how many pieces? I will have lost a knight and a bishop, and I will have won 2 bishops and a knight. So I'll be up a minor piece. Is that it? Yes, I think both sides have 4 minor pieces, and they both sides have 2 rooks, and both sides have a queen. And what if after I take, what if they capture my bishop? Now again we're even, and I capture the knight. Now I'm up a piece. They capture my queen. I capture. Yes, I think that's it. push this pawn and give a check. Now they have the option of playing there. And what happens if I give a check with the bishop? So check. Okay, the king has only one legal move. The king has to move there, and after that my rook retreats there with another check. Where will the king go? Okay, so check. Yeah, check. But then after this check, they don't have to move. They can block. And if black successfully escapes all checks, they're going to win this endgame because they are up a full rook. Okay, so I have to be extremely careful with this endgame. And I think if I give this check and they push, after I take, now I'm giving them an escape square. So I don't want this pawn to move just yet. So what if I give a check with the pawn? Now again the king is forced to move forward, and after the king moves forward, now I give a check with the rook. Where will the king go from here? The king can go backwards, the king can go there, the king can go there, the king can capture. So the only option is to push the pawn, and after they push the pawn, I simply grab it. I think that's it. Yes, that was it. I think here we have a mating net. Okay, so all I just need to figure out is to come up with a way to checkmate the opponent, and by there I'm down a queen, so I give a check there. Check. Okay, these knights are doing a wonderful job of covering these three squares, so that means that the king cannot escape to any of those three squares. So the king has only two moves. They can either move there. Okay, let's do this. So check. After that check, the king can either move there or there, and if they move to any of those two squares, my bishop, the other bishop, comes in either there or there with a check. Okay, so let's do this slowly. Check. Let's say the king moves to F1. My bishop comes in with a check. Now the king is forced again now to move there, and the other bishop comes in there, and that's mate. Okay, so and after this check, what if the king moves on the other direction? There we give another check there. Check. The king can move there because the knight is controlled, then square can move there, so they are forced to block, and again we simply take. So I think that's it. So check, and we take. I think this is another simple puzzle because I think this is simply checkmating too. All I need to do is push this pawn with check. The king is forced to move to the corner, and after the king goes to the corner, the knight comes in, and that's mate. Okay, let me just double check to ensure I'm not missing anything. After this check, the king can move there. I think that's it. So I'm gonna push, checkmate. Okay, black to move. About to give a check there. Check. The king has only one legal move. They have to move there, and after that I grab the pawn with another check. The king moves back. So how do we continue the attack? That's the question. How do we continue? I need to bring in another piece to assist with the attack. How about I bring the other? No, the other bishop can come there. Then it will simply snatch it. Okay, and what if after I give this check and I take there with another check? Okay, so I give this check, the king moves, I capture with another check, the king moves back, I give another check there, the king moves, and now I push this pawn. Now my idea is very simple. I just want to capture this pawn and give another check. And what can they do to stop it? Nothing. Literally nothing. So check, 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 push the pawn, take with a check, take, that's mate. I would love to give this check, but the only problem is that the bishop will simply capture. But the good thing is, even if the bishop simply capture, I can simply capture the rook with another check. Umtumia.
Unasema niandike haina issue. Ati niandike haina issue.
Okay. what's the material count in this position? Both sides have 2 minor pieces, both sides have a queen, and both sides have a rook. So the material is even. The number of pawns, white has 4 pawns, well, black has 6 pawns. So black is up 2 pawns, and they also have a passed a pawn. So this pawn can be a threat. It's only 4 moves away from queening. Okay. So I give this check. The bishop takes my the bishop takes my knight. I capture the rook, the check. Which is better by day? Should I give up my knight for nothing? How about I capture this pawn? Capture that pawn with a check. The other pawn takes. I take the rook with a check. Okay. I think my long-term plan is to double the. I want both my queen and the rook to go on the 8th rank. So after this check, I want a situation where the other rook can also come in. Okay, and if I take, I'm giving the king an escape square. So by taking this pawn, I'm actually doing black a favor. Because after, so let's see, after I've played their check, of course the bishop takes. I check with the check. The king has to move there. Okay. If they block, my rook simply comes in. And yes, so they can. So blocking is not an option. So check. I take the rook. Okay. Check. I take the rook with check. The king moves there. Even if they block, the rook is coming. The rook comes to d8, and now the rook is threatening to come here, and that will be mate. So what can they do about it? I think the queen has to move. Okay. And what's the difference with after I take there and the pawn takes? I take with check. I take with check. If the king's placed there, how about okay? And they have to put into account I have another bishop. Okay, so my dilemma is now whether to play there or there. Okay, I feel if I play there, the king has limited squares to escape. But after that, check, and the bishop takes, and I take with the check, and the king moves there. If my bishop comes, they simply move the queen. The queen can move where? Okay, the queen can move anywhere basically, so that after I give the check with the rook, now the king can escape. And if I take and the pawn takes, a check there. The king plays there. My rook comes in, and I think also this bishop will come in. Plus, if the rook comes in and gives this check, now it can combine. Okay. So, okay. This is a huge gamble, but I will go for this. Although I'm not so sure. Instead of giving up the knight for nothing, at least with this option I'm giving up a knight for a pawn. Okay. Yay, that was it. I just needed to figure out which side the knight should move. Okay, black to move. What's the material count? Both sides have a queen, but clearly white is up a full bishop and a rook, because they have two rooks and only have one. Okay. The only advantage I have as black is white king is slightly unsafe, and if I find out the correct moves, I feel that I can checkmate the king. Okay, so let's start with this one, check. So I want this check. I think it's ideal because the king cannot escape. Right there, it can go there, it can go there. So the king, and also it can go there. So after this, and it can't block. After this check, the king is forced to move there. Okay. So after that, how do we continue? I think I'm supposed to push one of these pawns. Push with another check. Okay. Now the king can go there. The king can go there. The king can go there. The king can move backwards. The king has only one move there. And after that, now I give another check there. Check. How will the king go? I think that's it. So they have decided to go there immediately. So I think I should just give a check with the bishop. First time to come here and then push the pawn. That's it. Okay. Black has just played the bishop to c3 to stop this mate, but the problem is that I can now simply play there with a check. And after that move, I think I'm winning the queen, but instead of the queen I should focus on the king. I think the trick is I should focus on the king, because after that check, the king can either move there or there, and the knight from me is controlling this square. So after that, now I can give another check there. Check. And they'll have to sacrifice the queen. So I don't rush to take the queen. I give a check here. Check. They are forced to block, and after that will be made. So check. And now I take the queen. Okay. So what's going on in this position? Okay, they have just captured my knight, so they're hoping that I should capture back. But if I capture back, this move attacks both the queen and the rook. So why would they play such a move? Why would they play such a move? Why would they play such a move? What's the material count? Both sides have two rooks. Both sides have a queen. Okay, but black has 3 minor pieces while white has only 2 minor pieces. but I can simply capture back and equalize the material. So now the only question is what happens after I check. Do they have a check? If they attempt to capture there with a check, my rook can simply check. Is there another check? I don't think so. I clearly don't understand. So check. Okay. Now there is a threat. Because if I take, now they can simply take with check. And how do we respond after that check? I can move that. Check. The king can move there. The king can't move there. I should not move there because that will just lead to another check. And if I move there, they simply capture my other pawn with another check. So I don't think I should move there either. And okay. If I move there, they capture this other pawn with another check. What if I move to the corner? It will happen. So let me first capture the rook. That was not it. That was not it. Okay. Black to move. I think this is one of those rare occasions when a knight can checkmate. Okay, and we are going to take advantage of the fact that white has this pawn. This pawn is going to become their greatest enemy. Okay, and the ideal scenario that I want to set up is my king should be on c8 and my knight should be here, and the opponent's king should be here and the pawn should be here. So that's the setup I want to come up with. Okay, and I think I can do that because all I need now is to, how about if I play their check? The king is forced to move to the corner, and after the king moves to the corner, now my king moves to c1. In this position now, white is in zugzwang. They would not like to play because now in this position the other legal move is to push. So I think that's it. So check. The king comes there, and there it is, checkmate. Okay. Okay, in this position my knight can simply play there, and it's attacking. It's forking the rook, both rooks. So why are they allowing such a move? What do they have up their sleeves? Okay, what's the material count? Both sides have 2 rooks, and both sides have 3 minor pieces. I don't see a better move. So I'm gonna play the move that I'm seeing. Okay. I think I should take a moment to capture this bishop. Now this is the tricky part. When I capture the bishop, the attack still remains. So what's the big deal? Okay. But like they always say, when you find a good move, look for a better one. And what happens if I first capture the rook? So I capture the rook. takes the pawn, I simply capture the bishop. Okay, let's do this. I capture the rook. Let's say the bishop captures my pawn. If I take back, I take back. Okay, I'll just capture the bishop. Tricky positions. Tricky positions. Okay. How about we remove one of the defenders of this bishop? So I simply capture the knight. What will happen then? Okay, take. Check. I take. I think that's it. Remove a defender, because if they take, I simply take with the queen. Yes, I think that's it. Again, they have gone for the tricky moves. If I take, the queen takes, I take, and they take. What happens if I take the queen? I also have the option of taking the rook. After that, we take. Calculations. Okay, so let's do this move by move. So at the moment, again, the material is even. Both sides have two rooks, both sides have a queen, and both sides have two minor pieces. And I want to come up with a variation where I'll come out on top. Okay, so if I simply take, then I simply take my rook, and now again we're even. Let's say I take the pawn with check, the king takes, and I take the bishop, but the problem is that this knight is attacked twice. No, it's not attacked it's not attacked twice, because after I take and they take, I took here. So that means that after I take here, so after the end of that variation, I will have won a pawn, just a pawn. Okay. And the problem is okay. There's no problem with that variation. Okay, the other line is if I take here, now the good thing is now I'm defending the bishop, but the problem is they can simply capture there, and after I take back. Okay, let's do this. So I think, and after I take, I'm defending the bishop, but now the queen can simply capture my queen, After it captures my queen, my other rook has to take 9. Now it's no longer defending this knight. And after that, this rook now can simply capture. And again, at the end of that line, we are even. And what if I start with taking the queen? I take the queen. So my opponent is forced to react, and they can react in 2 ways. They can either capture with this rook, and if they capture with that rook, the good thing is that now they are no longer attacking this bishop, so that means that I can simply take there. So okay, so I take the queen, and my opponent takes. Now I take, defending. What if they try to pile on this way? I think my bishop can simply move back. Too many variations, and I feel I'm too tired to calculate all of them. So I'll just follow my instincts. Okay. And I think I should take. They try to move back to attack. What do I do? Okay, let's first take. I did not need to figure out a ton of things. Okay. What's the material count in this position? Both sides have 3 minor pieces. Both sides have a queen and both sides have a rook. Black has 4 pawns while white has 5 pawns. So white is up a pawn. Okay. And what happens if I give a check here? So check. The king has. They can't, of course, block with the queen because I'll simply snatch with the queen. So the most logical move is to play there or there. And after they play any of those moves, how do we continue? Okay, I have to. Okay, I think in this position they go there so that they can have the option to block. So let's say if I give another check there, the bishop can simply block, or they can even just push the pawn. No, they can. Yes, they can push the pawn. So what I should do after this check is to give another check now with the queen, so that now I can attack the knight, and I'll be attacking it twice. And now they can, if the knight retreats, I simply snatch it. So check. Okay. Now I give this check. I think that's it, because this check does not amount to much. So check. And now I simply take the knight. Take. Yes, and I win a minor piece. Okay, white to move. Okay, what happens if I simply capture this pawn with a check? Check. If the bishop blocks, I simply take it. In this position, black is up bishop and the rook, so I have to be very careful. Okay, so let's do this. Check. If they block, I simply take with another check. Like I'm there, I give another check there. The king comes there. I give another check there. King comes there. Oh, two. Okay. Check. Okay, let's check the other variation. What if the king comes there? The king comes there. The queen comes there with another check. Okay, Let's first capture the pawn and see what happens. Do I have a better move? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. Check. Okay. Check. Okay. After this check, we have the option to grab the rook, but I think we should not go for the rook. I think we should go for checkmate. So after this check, the king has only one leg there. So, and after that, how do we continue? So check in there. How about I come here with another check? And the king hides there. So I think after this check, if the king comes there, I should push this pawn. But if I push that pawn, they can simply grab it. And what if I give a check here? Simply there. Check. No, the king can go there. The king can go there. The king can go there. It was as simple as that, as figuring out where to give the check. Okay. What's the material count in this position? Both sides have two rooks. Both sides have a queen, but white is up a bishop. And they're also piling up on this knight because it's only defended once, but it's attacked twice. The rook and the queen are attacking it. So how do we do? What do we do? If only it was not for this knight, I would play them. Check. Mate. I think this is one of my problems. I'm too quick to dismiss ideas instead of calculating much deeper, because I think this is the right first move. That's what my instincts are saying. So check. The king can take, so the knight is forced to take. And after that, now the knight moves there with a check. Where will the king go? Okay. So now the king is forced to move there, and after that I simply take. I think that's it. So take. Give a check there. And I take. Yes. That was it. That was it. In this position, I have the option of in there, and I'll be attacking the rook, both the rooks. But after that, you can simply play there with the check. Okay, so that move does not accomplish much. By then my king cannot retreat. Okay. And what if I play my king there? Now with the idea of taking there with the check. What will happen? What will happen? match up to there. If they push this pawn, my king simply matches up to there. Okay. Now I'm threatening checkmate. I think that's it, because capturing this pawn, the king simply captures there, and I have a losing endgame. So my best chance is to play them. Okay. What if the rook plays there with a check? What do we do? What do we do? That's a check. If I continue with my plan of going there, now the rook simply comes there, and that's checkmate. So if I play this move and the rook plays there with a check, I'm forced to retreat. I'm forced to come back. Okay, let's do this. Play there. The rook plays there with a check. I play there. What will the rook do then? Okay. Maybe if the rook retreats there with another check. So let's do this. Play there. The rook plays there with a check. Okay, and simply play there. The other rook can give a check because I'll simply take. And what if the rook gives a check from here? Again, I simply take. So that is also not a good option. So after do check and I play there, the rook maybe will retreat there to give another check. And after that, then I think I can give another check there. Not a check, I can move my king there. Now I am attacking the rook, so even if they give a check there, I simply do. I think that's it. So let's see. Okay, let's check out the solutions. Okay, so today I've solved 48 puzzles. Okay. Okay. Just messed up the move with it. Okay. How about this one? Okay.